All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And as you can see, this article, churchgoers flock to Notre Dame in hard hats to attend first mass since fire. And they got on these crash helmets because they're a bunch of crash dummies, and there's no breath in these people. These are teachers of lies. They're sheep scatterers, and they worship dumb idols. And here you see, churchgoers flock. Majority of the people that flock to these, harlot houses, is our people. And our people have fallen into the hands of these devils, and they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Our people are very zealous people. They're that's just our nature. We know and believe in a higher power of some sort, and what happens is our people, because of their ways, because their deeds are wicked, their deeds are evil, they follow after pastors that teach them smooth things, things that sound good to the ear, giving vain promises and vain hopes, and again teaching of lies. These are wolves in sheep's clothing, and these devils, they're gonna have to pay for this. But our own people are gonna have to pay for this also, because that's why it says, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Here it is, your church. I say that with facetiously, because this is not nothing. Well, I can say it's a church, but it's a church of Satan, because this goes back to the Roman Catholic Church, and then all that, coming into that Christianity madness. But these sheep scatterers, they worship, they secretly, and if not knowingly, they worship the devil. All right, you see the famous world famous Cesare Borgia, all right, and the picture where he has his hand up and his hand down, and that goes into Baphomet, as above so below. All right, so these people are, they worship a goat, they worship a devil, and not talking about goat, talking about the greatest of all time. All right, but when how this article says churchgoers flock, that's our people. All right, so let's give a quick example. Jeremiah 5. Yeah, it's Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 7. How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods. So the people that are, the idols in these churches there's thousands and thousands of them. Okay, the Trinity doctrine, and it's really, it goes back to the Babylonian sun god. All this stuff is paganism. It's pagan. And they are no gods, meaning they have no power. They have no life. They have no breath. They cannot judge. They cannot hurt or harm. They can't heal. They can't kill. They can't make alive. They can't do nothing. And that's why, the Most High said, them that worship these dumb idols are likened unto these idols, roughly paraphrasing. They worship wood and stone, things made by man's hands. And the Most High dwells not in those things. There's no life in them. There's no truth. There's no knowledge. There's no light. But our people love darkness. And these are the teachers of darkness. That's why it says, woe unto them that call good evil and evil good. That take darkness for light. But our people have fallen into the traps. All right, because our people are like what sheep led to the slaughter. There's so many traps and snares and bands and things to get yourself entangled with, and the vibration of this world is wicked, so you will fall victim. The only way you're going to get pulled out is if the Most High has mercy on you and gives you eyes to see and ears to hear. All right, but our people are falling into the ways of falling into the fruit of their own ways. That's why they fall into these traps. Okay, because we all at one point in time we were stuck in that we were stuck in the vibration of this world. Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. All right, so you're trapped, but the Most High has mercy on you. Because hey, we being part of the hopeful elect, that's just that separation. All right, but continue on this precept. When I had fed them to be full, they then committed adultery, meaning spiritual fornication. Giving themselves over to strange gods that our fathers have not known, gods of wood and stone. Worshiping all manner of wickedness. Celebrating Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving. Like that's why it says our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. All right, because they hate knowledge, they hate the truth. That's why they've been given over to a lie. All right, they've been given strong delusion that they may believe a lie. But continuing, and assemble themselves by troops in the harlot houses. It's talking about these churches, these so-called churches. All right, they're on every corner. All right, everywhere you go, you'll see a McDonald's and you'll see a church. But that's these traps that these devils have put in front of our people. And kept them encircled in this wicked vibration of this world. These are harlot houses, meaning, all this spiritual fornication going on, and it says assemble themselves by troops, okay, like an army, pretty much. All right, what's today? Sunday, right? And what's going on right now? It's packed in like sardines. And the majority of those churches are filled up by our own people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Esau, he don't care about worshiping the Most High. He does it to make himself look like he's a good dude. That self-righteousness, but he don't care. All right, it's who really falls for it is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Going back to our hardcore bondage, which we're still in bondage, but literally when we were in shackles and yokes of iron. All right, going into that slave Bible. All right, we've been tricked, and turned. This truth was turned into a lie. All right, and we've been deceived. You go into the Willie Lynch letter. All right, we've been brainwashed. All right, and not in a good way. All right, we've been turned away from the Most High. All right, and that's why he's pissed. All right, to say the least. All right, but really going in. I don't really have to go into this article, but look at these dummies. All these idols and these the Most High is not in these churches, man. So what? It's the first mess since the fire. How long was the fire ago? So what? You just take a break from worshiping? It just shows how stupid these people are. A small crowd of whatever. There's probably no need to get into this article. All right, it's just madness. All right, but you see how much money they give to build up these churches. All right, these so-called churches, and no one want to talk about the stuff that these individuals, these scums are doing behind the scenes. I might get my channel flagged or video flagged because I speak the truth. All right, these pedophiles, these boy lovers, lover boy, stuff like that, things that go on behind the scenes that people would bug out, and they don't want to hear because the truth hurts. Here, this devil got fringes on. He has his head covered. He has his. You're not even supposed to be praying with your hands together. And who are you praying to? God and Jesus. That's not the names of the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son, His only begotten Son. All right, that goes into the precept I'm gonna get in John 4. All right, but nonetheless, let me just get this lesson started. It's not gonna be a long lesson. All right, but just showing you, man, you got to get out these churches, and because Jake, there's a lot of our people, the elect still, the 1/3, still dealing with these churches. All right, and you got to wake up out of that. All right, because you will fall victim. Okay, because the Most High is destroying all these so-called churches. All right, because they're sheep scatterers. All right, but this is Acts chapter 17 and verse 24. The Most High that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. So again, that church was knocked down, it's caught on fire, and nobody was in there to worship. All right, so the Most High is just waiting for you guys to come in while the thing gets fixed. No, the Most High is Lord of heaven and earth. All right, heaven is his throne and earth is his footstool. Most High is high and lofty. He is, man. Most High doesn't. As the precept says, okay, he dwelleth not in temples made with hands. He's not just sitting in there waiting for you to worship him. No. Now you can put a big idol statue, all right, but that's a dumb idol. I cannot speak, all right. It cannot do anything. All right, even that fire, them idols that was inside. It says that, I think that's in, if I'm not mistaken, Baruch, the 6th chapter, about how they cannot even save themselves. Why the shit caught on fire, everybody runs out, and the idols is stuck in there. Can't even save itself. All right, I'm pretty sure it's Baruch, the 6th chapter. Okay, it's a beautiful chapter going into idols. If I can, yep, it is. Come, the epistle of Jeremy. All right, Baruch, the 6th chapter. All right. I'm not sure the precept, but you can read that chapter. But just going in, and it's hilarious. All right, that chapter is hilarious. All right, just going into mocking these dummies, literal dummies. All right, and they're gonna be crash dummies when these nuclear missiles come. All right, but nonetheless, continuing, this is verse 25. Neither is worship with men's hands, as though he needed anything. The Most High don't need. He don't need anything. He made it everything according to his pleasure. All right. Even the wicked for that day of evil. Proverbs 16:4. The Most High does what he pleases. He don't need anybody. Of course, he is the Almighty. All right, being YAHAWASHI. So he is well deserved to be in worship. But he don't need man to worship him. He made man to worship him. But he doesn't need it. He existed before man. He doesn't exist because man worshipped him. He exists because he exists. Hence his name, Yahawah. He is. He just is. All right. So when you guys are taking a break while the church, your so-called church, is getting built up. All right. So what? He's waiting for you to worship him like he needs you. Of course not. All right. Continuing, seeing he giveth to all life and breath and all things. Exactly. All right. So it's just buffoonery. All right. And it's a comedy show, what's going on in these so-called churches. These really, I'm gonna just say harlot houses, because that's what they are. There's a whole bunch of spiritual fornication going on. You go into church and you say, okay, you believe in so-called, well, I ain't gonna say so-called, but that devil, Cesare Borgia, Jesus Christ. All right, that goat, and then you're saying you're a Buddhist or you're a Muslim. All right, so what's going on in your head? All right, and that's why these people are. That's what we say, they're bugged out. All right, they have no clue or idea what's going on. All right, being in the time that we're being in the end of this world. These devils don't go into prophecy. All right, that's why it goes into them being dumb dogs. Like, what are you teaching these people? All right, you're teaching them. You put them like in a hypnotic state. All right, where they're just zombies. All right, that mind control. All right, that's what's going on to the people of this world. All right, and it's a miracle. All right, it's a miracle in itself that I can speak for myself that I've come out of those kind of things. That I've come into this light. All right, because why? Because the Most High had mercy. All right, so you can't take this stuff for granted. All right, because it's a very strong vibration that's on this earth in wickedness. All right, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse until when? Until the Most High returns and sets everything back right. All right, but continuing, this is Acts chapter 7 and verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, saith the prophet. All right, and that's I think it's referring to Isaiah the 66th chapter in the first verse, if I'm not mistaken, which is here. This is 49. Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. what house will ye build me? Exactly. What house will you build me? All right. The Most High, he's massive. All right. Heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. So what, you're going to build a teeny tiny house for him to dwell in, and that shit gets caught on fire. So what? The Most High got to wait. He got to get a hotel or something and wait for you to fix his house. No, he doesn't, because he dwells not in the temple. Temples made with man's hands. All right. The Most High dwells with who? His men. Most High dwells with his men. All right. The church is when you see men here on the highways and byways. All right. That's preaching you the gospel, the good news. All right. But it's bad news to these people of this world. All right. The kingdom of heaven dwells within you. All right. Why? Because you have the mysteries. You have the parables. You know the truth. Okay. And that's why scripture say the truth shall set you free. All right, the truth will set you out of these harlot houses. Okay, because you will run up out of there. Why? Because it's a setup. All right, they're not teaching you nothing besides for you to get ready for the slaughter. All right, because again, we're heading into some terrible times. But these people aren't teaching you these things. Why? Because, hey, they're set up to destroy our people, set them astray. All right. But continuing, just 50, hath not my hand made all these things? Exactly. Just 51, ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears. Salakia. Ye do always resist the Holy Spirit, as your fathers did, so do ye. You resist the truth. You always going in your rebellion and doing and following after the ways of your own mind and your own heart, and not taking heed to the words of YAHAWASHI. And you keep reading about the prophets. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? All right, because the devil, this devil, being Esau, Edom, he's not stupid. Okay, and he has. And that's what happens. What the Most High said, ye are of your father the devil. Because all the things that this devil does, our people do and join hand in hand. All right, and kill and try to put hands on the ones, all right, them being the Most High's messengers that try to teach you the truth and save your soul. All right, but again, nonetheless, that's just prophecy that these people would be in these things, all right, and following after these things. All right, but I'm just going to close out here, John chapter 4 and verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what. Exactly. There's all this worshiping going on, but who are you really worshiping? You're worshiping the devil. Right? The devil, being all, any type of idol or whatever a god that's not of them, that's not the Most High. All right, these idol worshippers, these false idols. But if you're not worshiping the Most High, who you really worshiping? All right, you're worshiping the opposite. All right, which is the devil. All right, the devil and Satan. All right, so they worship, these people pack up these harlot houses, but they don't know what they're really worshiping, thinking that they're worshiping, the true Creator, which they're not, because they don't even know His name. How can you worship and not know the name? All right, what is the Son? What is the name of the Heavenly Father, and what is the Son's name? If you can tell. All right, these people cannot tell, because they would not be with hard hats in places like this. Listen to this, damn pale-faced devil. All right, but continuing, we know what we worship. Exactly. All right, we know we worship. We worship the true Creator, the true power, being YAHAWASHI. For salvation is of the Jews. All right, salvation is of you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, so there's none of this, everybody, if you believe on a name and, all that stuff, you'll be saved. No, that's not according to the Holy Scriptures. That's according to the doctrine of these devils, doctrines of devils. Okay, but these people follow after, unsound doctrine. Okay, but they love it. Why? Because it makes them feel good. All right. But nonetheless, continuing to John 4:23, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. That's exactly what's happening right now, all right, around the four corners of the earth. All right, the true worshipers being the elect, okay? And these heathens, they don't have the law, statutes, and commandments to be able even to worship the Most High on their own. Right, that's why the you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Israelites, were set up, to rule over these heathens, so you can teach them the ways of the Most High. Okay, because Psalms 147, the last two verses tell you that it's only been given on to Israel. All right, to Jacob. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you are the only ones that have the blueprint to worship the Father in spirit and truth. Because there's no truth. Again, there's no truth in these churches, these so-called churches, and there's really no truth in this world. All right, that's why you have to separate yourself. But continuing, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. Exactly. All right, the elect. Okay, this is 24. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Okay, which is two characteristics that the people of this world cannot do. Why? Because at the end of the day, it hasn't been given onto them. But in due time, when righteousness is in authority, all right, this will be the standard. Okay, so the tables being turned, and as wickedness is going to be put out, and righteousness is going to be the example. All right, because you can see the fruit of all these doctrines. All right, how long has these Catholic churches been around? The so-called Christian church been around. All these other madnesses and false doctrines. How long have these things been around? And look at the fruit of it. What has changed as far as the way of this world? Not a hell of a lot much. All right, if so, it's been worsened. All right. All these wicked things going on, and there's no answer to it. Why? Because the wicked is in rule. All right. But what is happening is wickedness is getting put out and righteousness is being established right before your eyes. All right. And you're going to be, dismayed, of course, because why? Because you follow ways after the heathen. All right. When the Most High cracks the sky, and the so-called UFOs, come and start beaming people up, you're gonna be bugging out. And even before that happens, when sedition among men, you name it, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, you're gonna be caught in the trap and snare of this world. Okay. But again, it's prophecy that they wouldn't receive these things. That's why, again, it's so important to take this truth for granted. All right, because you knowing a little bit, according to the truth and according to the Holy Spirit of the Most High, YAHAWASHI, you are well off, way better than the people of this world, because you have that fear, right, which is the Most High, which is the treasure. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding shall be the stability of thy time. All right, and through the grace and mercy of YAHAWASHI, you have that. All right, so just be thankful, all right, for what you have, so hold fast to what you have, and endure on to the end, all right, because again, we're coming into some serious times, all right, but nonetheless, Lord's one is edifying, and as always, want to give our praises to YAHAWAH, BASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BASHIM, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. Shalom.